Hey everybody, welcome back to MACkite Kiteboarding. This is Tucker, and today I'm here to talk to you briefly about some of the exciting new products in the Cabrinha 2023 launch. And I'm going to talk to you about 3 things that I'm excited about in that launch as a winger and as a foiler. Buckle up, hang with us, and learn some new stuff about some of the exciting new products coming from Cabrinha. All right, so for the 03 release, we were really amped because really this is the first series of gear, the first release from Cabrinha with their new ownership, which is based in the United States, US-based R&D testing for the most part. Obviously, they have global riders everywhere, but a lot of it's happening here in the States, which is exciting. And definitely excited to see what new ideas they were able to come up with and new flavors for us in the Cabrinha lineup. So the first one I would say I'm excited about is their new wing lineup. They've got 3 new wings. One, which is a continuation of the previous year, which is the Mantis. So we'll have the Mantis for this year, which is going to be upgraded like all the wings with their new hard handle system. The hard handle system has bushings on each end, so you can adjust the pitch of the wing handle, but also just how far it stands off the strut. I think most people probably just leave them standard with the bushings in, that way it's kind of level and out further from the strut, but you can play with it as well and figure out what works best for you. So that's something fun you can play with. Secondly, in their lineup, they're going to have the Mantis Apex. So as the name would suggest, it's based on the Mantis, but the Apex refers to the fact that it's using some next level materials. They've got a new frame that's going to be stiffer and lighter, and it's also allowed them to reduce those frame diameters for less drag and a more efficient wing. It also gives you a bit more top speed and more range to the wing. So it's pretty cool. If you don't mind paying the premium, that's going to be kind of the hottest new ticket on the market as far as Cabrinha wings go. And then lastly, they have the Vision wing, which is new for 2023. From what I can tell, it's loosely based on the Mantis wing. It's very similar in shape. It's got a little bit more dihedral, a little bit more twist in the wingtips. So that just gives it a little bit more ease of use, a bit more pull and go, so to speak, for a new rider, maybe somebody that's not so waved focused. The Mantis is very good in the waves, and so is the Vision, but if you want a more versatile, kind of do-it-all wing, especially as a beginner to intermediate rider, the Vision is going to be an awesome choice for you. All right, so moving on from wings, the second thing I'm excited about is the MK2 foil system. So they're releasing a new set of fusion foils, MK2, which has some new sizes. Primarily, those are getting a little sleeker and faster, and they've also updated some of the other details just to make them a little bit more well-rounded and user-friendly as well. And then they also have the MK2 H series wings, which is their high aspect series of wings for those more aggressive riders, people looking for more top speed, glide, and range from their foils, and can handle those sometimes more unruly, higher aspect foils. But the MK2 is offering some new sizing, a little bigger, and obviously some refinements along the way that are just going to add to their performance, primarily in turning, but also giving you some new flavors to choose from and new sizes. If you're still using the H series and you kind of between sizes and you want something a little different than what they offered last year, the MK2 is going to allow you to kind of split those and get a new size range, which is really cool. Lastly, and this is kind of in addition to the MK2 foils, I suppose, but the new Cabrinha carbon foil masts are really exciting for this year. They are hollow construction, so don't ask me what kind of voodoo they do to make that happen. I think they start with sort of an internal bladder when they're laminating it or whatever, I don't know. But they're really stiff, they're really sleek, and they're adding some new sizes this year. So there'll be 74, 84, 94, whereas last year they were just 70 and 80, which, did the trick for most people, but kind of left, a little room for improvement in terms of choices. So that 74, 84, 94 is a really, nice range of offering for anybody doing just about anything you can imagine. And obviously with the stiffening of that mast and the quick profile that it has, it's going to be premium performance for those people that are looking for that. And then lastly, the way the mast connects to the fuselage, I'll mention. So in years past, they'd use 3 M8 bolts through the bottom of the fuselage into the bottom of the mast. This year they're using 2 of those, and then 1 through the side, a horizontal bolt in the middle. That's going to tighten the connection between the mast and the fuselage and make it that much stiffer and tighter and more intuitive riding. So that's a nice improvement. It is backwards compatible, which is awesome. So if you want to use a new mast and an old wing, you're just going to use those 2 M8 bolts. If you want to drill it out, or if you have an old carbon mast, you can knock out that barrel nut and use that horizontal bolt. And then going forward, you can use your old wings with the new mast, just with the 3 bolts up into the mast as well. So everything forward and backward compatible for the most part, which is a key to a successful ecosystem. You don't want to have to buy a completely new foil every year, but you still want new options if you want a new flavor. So it's pretty neat that Cabrinha is offering that and leveling up their performance and their options without abandoning those people that have already invested in the system. So this has been Tucker with Mac Kiteboarding. Hang with us for more reviews on this gear quick, but we just want to give you the brief overview with the launch here to tell you what we're excited about, maybe some new stuff to peek at if you're looking at this big map of all the new stuff and really don't know what's exciting and new. So this has been Tucker with MACkite, and we'll see you next time.